Hi there, great to be with you all. So, Yuri says, I speak English normally but find it extremely difficult to answer your questions. What strategy could you recommend? I don't know, let me think about it. But notice firstly, Yuri, my questions are really hard questions. I don't ask easy questions. I try to take everyone out of their comfort zone. So great to see you, Ronan. Let's see. Next stream is on Thursday, the 21st of September at 3:45. Watch the replay, Ronan. Lovely to see you even for a second. Thank you for dropping by to say hi. So, hi Renyard, hi Ronan, hi Yuri, hi Valentine, hi Manisco, hi Vitali, hi Lucy, hi Chris, hi Shams. Okay, so lovely to have you all. If you remember, we were doing a multiple choice close about an article that was talking about dyslexia in different languages, and how English is a real problem for people who are dyslexic because it's not logical. So hi Bogdan, lovely to have you. Good to have you, Valerie. It's great to have you. So let's see, let's start straight away into this. And here's the first question. Hi Alex, lovely to have you. So for example, German speaking children with dyslexia can read with relatively high accuracy, truth, fact, detail. They are slow at reading, but they can work it out, Landerl says. So, as Ronan says, please like. Okay. So, for example, German-speaking children with dyslexia can read with relatively high accuracy, truth, fact, detail. They are very slow at reading, but they can work it out, Landerl says. So we got a landslide for accuracy. Hi, no skills. Thank you very much indeed. So we've got accuracy for Renyard, for Bogdan, for Ronan, for Vitali, for Lucy, for Valentine, for Alex. Hi Jack, for Jack and for Yuri. Very definitely, relatively high accuracy. Means they get it right, they get the right answer. Truth is talking about whether something is a lie or not. Fact, with relatively high fact, no. With relatively high detail. Normally detail talks about the description of it. No, they read with relatively high accuracy. And let's continue. Such slow reading can be a serious bottleneck, gridlock, dilemma, obstacle in itself, and even make children stop reading altogether, according to Landerl. Such slow reading can be a serious bottleneck, gridlock, dilemma, obstacle in itself, and even make children stop reading altogether, according to Landerl. Okay, so let's look at some of these words. Bottleneck. Okay, a bottleneck is where you've got a big flow comes into a small flow. You're on the road and there's 3 lanes and this is reduced to 1 lane. This is a bottleneck. It can be a serious bottleneck. I guess bottleneck possibly works. I think obstacle is probably a better word though. A bottleneck is where the flow of something is restricted. Yeah. Um, Gridlock. Gridlock is in traffic as well, where traffic in two directions is blocked and it can't go forward. Bottleneck is a funnel. Yes, effectively is a funnel from a large flow to a small flow. You see, I would say slow reading is a serious bottleneck. Yeah. I think obstacle's a better word though. Gridlock doesn't work. Let's see. Gridlock stops the system from going forwards. Can be a serious dilemma. Is where you're not a dilemma, you're not sure. A serious obstacle. Hi there, Nar Iman. A serious impediment. I like impediment, definitely. Yeah, just like a bottle, so obstacle. In itself, and even make children stop reading. Also, if you look here, obstacle, it's talking about a problem that makes children stop reading. And I think this is where why I would use obstacle instead of bottleneck, but I wouldn't say a bottleneck is wrong. I think it can be a serious bottleneck. Yeah, a bottleneck at the bridge. Stop traffic in all directions. Okay, if it stops it in all directions, it's called a bottleneck, caused gridlock. Okay, let's try the next one then. Next one's easy. As Ronan says, please like. 19 viewers, 12 likes. The maths isn't good. But it is different from the hurdles faced, challenged, disputed, covered by English-speaking children with dyslexia, who may not be able to identify a word at all. Here. According to genetics, humanity has passed through a few bottlenecks when just several human species survived. And then they spread out again. That's quite nice. I like that example of bottleneck, Renyard. So, okay. Hurdles faced by Bogdan, faced by Alex, faced by Vitali, faced by Lucy. Hi there, Lionheart, who's gone for faced for Jack, faced for Renyard. An obstacle and an impediment. Okay, let me think. Faced for Ronan, faced for Nad. Hi Oksana for faced for Valentine. Hi Patricia, faced for Valerie as well. And hi Adam. An impediment, I think, is probably something more permanent. You could have a speech impediment, which is something that you always have. I think an impediment is something that is permanent, whereas an obstacle, once you've got round the obstacle, then you can continue. So I don't know. Continuous lack of money could be an impediment to a project, whereas the getting suitable licenses would be an obstacle. So I think an obstacle is normally one thing that you've got to get around, where I think an impediment is more permanent. Yeah, I know you've dropped a nice example of bottleneck, Vitali. The bridge caused a bottleneck, which caused gridlock all round. Okay, we've got faced for Adam as well. Okay, you face a hurdle, very definitely. From the hurdles challenge, no. Disputed. A dispute's an argument, covered. No, faced. So what it's saying is dyslexia in most languages makes it makes it difficult to read, is an impediment. Whereas in English, dyslexia can stop you from reading altogether. You just can't work out what it says. Okay. And research has in fact shown that an inconsistent spelling system can exasperate, vex, rankle, exacerbate some symptoms of dyslexia. So research has in fact shown that an inconsistent spelling system can exasperate, vex, rankle, exacerbate some symptoms of dyslexia. Okay, it looks like you've got the answer. Looks pretty easy. To exasperate is to frustrate. I was exasperated. I was incredibly frustrated. Okay, and this is to exasperate. I was exasperated by the situation. To vex means to make angry. So I was vexed by the attitude, the rude attitude. If something rankles, you continue to be angry about it after the fact. So it is to have a grudge. They tried to shortchange me in the bar, which really rankled, and after that I never went back to the bar again. So if something rankles, it's something that you continue to be angry about. Okay, the fact that Pandora turned Vitaly down still rankles with him. To exacerbate, to make worse, to make more serious. Hi Hussein, lovely to see you, long time no see. So we've got exacerbate, make worse for Adam, for Patricia, exacerbate for Nav, exacerbate for Valentine and Reynard, exacerbate for Lionheart and Lucy, exacerbate for Oksana, Valerie, for Alex, for Bogdan and for Vitaly. Okay, so definitely to exacerbate, to make work. A vexing problem, yes. Okay, I was very vexed that nobody came to class. Something you learn to rankle. Good, Alex, I'm glad. That's really good. Something rankles, it continues, you continue to be angry with about it. Okay, so a vexing problem, an anger-making problem. Okay, and whoops, too long. Even those of us who may think we read English well still make a hidden effort. Eye tracking research has shown that English adults' eyes loaf, loiter, linger, lurk more on each word, as if really trying to crack the whole unit. But this is true. This is the point. When I read an English word, I don't go even. I don't read the letters. I look at the shape of the whole word and I identify the whole word from the shape. And that takes more time. I don't try and read it. I look at the shape and remember it. Okay, and this is saying that eye tracking shows that English adults' eyes spend more time on each word. Okay, this looks very good. We've got linger from Vitaly, from Oksana, from Bogdan, from Alex, from Lionheart, from Renyard, from Valentine, from Lucy, from Valerie, from Jack, and from Adam as well. So, to linger, definitely. Linger. To spend more time than necessary. Yeah, to spend time. To loaf, you're loafing about on the sofa. Loaf is to lie about, is to not do anything. Yeah, to be lazy. Linger for Patricia, which is good. Nad goes linger, but he's wondering about loiter. Normally, Nad, loiter is more negative. Let's see, you loiter, you don't know what to do. You've got nowhere to go. So, kids who've got no money and nowhere to go, loitering in the street. So to loiter is to spend time, but loiter is negative. Whereas linger doesn't, linger is not negative or positive. Yeah, okay, this is really good what Alex has said. This also causes the effect where you go over a single word multiple times and not notice it's been misspelled. That's the problem. English people don't really look at the spelling. Okay, Vitali says, much as it's water under the bridge, Liverpool drawing their first game away still rankles. Good example. Yes, you loiter with intent to cause to commit a crime. A lingering touch. Yes, his lips lingered as he kissed her. When casing a joint, you loiter. Loiter is very negative. Linger is either neutral or positive. And to lurk is to hide in the shadows, ready to attack. Yeah? If you look, loaf, loiter and lurk are all negative, whereas linger is not negative, and it's why it's the right answer. Okay. In transparent languages, the eyes just track the letters, read one after another, and explain, decode, illustrate, demonstrate the words bit by bit. Okay. Track. Okay, yes. In transparent languages, the eyes just track the letters. You look at the letters one after another, and it's telling you what the word is going to be, even before you get to the end. Whereas in English, you've got to look at the whole shape, and that shape is this word. It's why fonts are very important in English, but maybe less positive. Lingerie is mainly positive. I love it. I lingered over her lingerie. That's very good, Patricia. So decode for Alex, decode for Bogdan and Lucy, decode for Oksana and Valentine and Renya and Vitali. Verse from the Cranberries. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped round your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Okay, very good, Reynard. Decode for Lionheart and for Valerie. Decode for Iman, for Nad, for Hussein and Adam. Decode for Patricia. And Hussein also says to dawdle. Yes, to dawdle, to linger. Okay, dawdle is more neutral as well. Okay, so let's see. And decode the word bit by bit. Yes, decode. Because it's like the word is a code. Transpa. You know it's going to be transparent. Whereas in English, I have to look at the whole shape and think about it. Okay. So, English is not the only language that does this, which is quite interesting. Okay, English is not the only language that makes these special demands on the brain. Danish spelling is similarly irregular, and Danish children also take longer to learn to read compared with children in more steadily, invariably, consecutively, consistently spelled languages. So, steadily, steady. If something is steady, it happens at a constant rate. Yeah? I walked steadily. Deciphered would work very nicely, Hussein. Yeah? To decode, to decipher. Decipher would fit very nicely. Okay, so something that's steady is at a steady rate. In something that is invariable, it never changes. Something that is consecutive, one thing comes after another. So, on 3 consecutive days, 3 days one after another. So, consistently, he was lingering on the lingerie, or for what was beneath. Deciphering is a subset of decoding, so yes. In more consecutively spelled. But notice, consecutive means one comes after another. I wouldn't use consecutive. 3 consecutive questions. Okay, so we've got consistently for Renyard, for Alex, for Bogdan. We've got consistently for Vitali, Valentin, Nad and Oksana. We've got consistency for Valerie, for Lucy and Lionheart and Adam. Okay, consistently, yes, Nad. I'm not happy with consecutively. Deduce, yes. I deduce for this decode. Decode, decipher, deduce. Consistently for Patricia as well. Okay, so let's try the next one. Okay, this now goes into French. I definitely concur, Vitali. French is somewhere in between, with certain predictable, corny, unoriginal, trite, stale patterns, but also words that just have to be memorized, such as monsieur. Monsieur. Yeah, because it monsieur, as British people say. Okay, so French is somewhere in between, with certain predictable, corny, unoriginal, trite, stale patterns, but also words that just have to be memorized, such as monsieur. Okay, so corny, a corny joke, a hackneyed old joke that you've heard many times. Corny, unoriginal, this is unoriginal. Trite, trite is something that is used very, very often. Stale, old. Deduce when cracking an unknown language. I suppose, Alex. Okay, so let's see. Predictable for Oksana, for Bogdan, for Renyard, for Valentin, for Lucy, for Vitali, for Valerie, for Hussein, for Nad, for Adam, for Jack, and for Patricia. Good. Something predictable. These others say that this is something that is boring, it's unoriginal, that you've heard it many times. A corny joke, an unoriginal story, a trite phrase, a stale joke as well, or stale air, stale, unventilated. Has been used too many times. Stale bread. Okay. Orthographic mess, chaos, tumult, cluster, unrest may help explain then why Alex struggled so much with English, But why did he connect with Japanese? Your panoply of assets are not the ones you would think. Okay, so orthographic mess, chaos, tumult, clutter, unrest. So let's see. Tumult and unrest. Tumult is lots of people complaining. There was tumult when the president increased taxes. Orthographic, so clutter. There's lots of clutter on my desk. Hi Funda, lovely to see you. Okay, we've got several people going for orthographic mess. Orthographic mess. I don't like it very much at all. I want chaos. Orthographic chaos. Chaos. Orthographic mess. An orthographic mess. Maybe messy orthography. But a mess. A mess is where you leave it behind. Clutter is the same as a mess. Well, not necessarily, because your clutter could be organized, but there's just too much of it. Orthographic hodgepodge, I quite like it. Chaos. So let's see. We've got chaos for Vitaly, Oksana, Bogdan and Hussein. Alex goes for mess or chaos. And Lucy for mess. Orthographic mess. Messy orthography. Renyard has gone for mess, and so has Valentine. And so has Adam. Chaos. Orthographic chaos. Chaos, I think, is much better. Chaos for Nan, chaos for Valerie, chaos for Jack, and Funda goes for both. Patricia for chaos. Unrest is about social instability. Yes. Okay, there was social unrest about this. Complexity, definitely works. English so. The fact that English orthography is such a mess may help explain, but just as a concept here, orthographic chaos, it sounds much better. Orthographic mess. An orthographic mess. Rededuce from Pandora's Post. I deduce that she might be feeling horny. What's wrong with that? I think deduce is okay. Okay. So, orthography, English orthography is such a mess. So, orthographic chaos. Orthographic chaos may help explain. Orthographic chadivari. I quite like this word chadivari. Okay. In some ways, Japanese has muddle. Definitely Valerie. Muddle is a good word for it. Orthographic muddle. Orthographic complexity, someone else said. In some ways, Japanese has a more complicated writing system than English. It consists of 3 script, scores, fonts, transcripts. Hiragana, katakana and kanji. Okay, this looks good. Okay, a transcript is where you write down all the words that were said at a meeting. So the words written underneath will be the transcript. What's the word I'm looking for? The dubbing is the transcript. A transcript is a written document that covers the words that people say. Orthographic mishmash, I love it. Orthographic nightmare, definitely Jack. Okay, it's a script. If you remember last time we had script, high school transcript. So the transcript of this lesson. The transcript is a written document containing the words. A musical score, absolutely. Font. The font here I'm using is Times New Roman. It's a script. What it was Alex said, Cyrillic script. Yeah, different types of script. Okay, the script, ways of writing. Yeah, the fonts are the design. Yeah, but the script is the way something is written. Okay, let's continue. Kanji is written in characters that were originally carried, derived, traded, imported from China. These characters often have a Chinese-based pronunciation and a Japanese one. Thank you, Alex. We've got derived from Hussein, from Jack, from Ronan, from Bogdan, from Vitali, but it would be derived from Chinese. Derived from Chinese. Hiragana, katakana, kanji. Thank you. Okay, hiragana, staccato, I'll remember it. Were originally derived from Chinese, but they were imported from China. Well done, Lucy. Originated in or from. Yes. Derived from Chinese, Lionheart. Derived from Chinese, Adam. Imported, well done, Renyard. Imported, Patricia. Imported, carried, brought. Good, Oksana. That's it, Jack. Imported from China, derived from Chinese. Brought in from. Yes, Yuri. Yes, Chinese. Exactly, Lucy. Drawn from. Chinese. Were originally imported from China. They were derived from Chinese. It's got to be derived from Chinese, imported from China. Okay, imported from China, it came in. The Japanese just borrowed 1,000 Chinese characters. Okay, let's continue. The word for mountain, for example, is written like as with by and read like as with by. San, Chinese derived, or Yama, Japanese derived. So, like as with by, it's the same for both spaces. Okay, and we got some answers coming. Good. Written as from Vitali, from Alex. Written as from Renyard, from Bogdan. Hi again, Ronan. Written as. Bogdan goes ad. Read as. Written as. Read as. Good, Alex. As from Lucy. As from Valerie. As from Adam. Read as from Renyard. Good. Valentine, as. Good. Okay, this one was an easy one. And because like means similar to, but it's not similar to, it's exactly the same as. Yeah, it's exactly the same as. Written as for Jack, written as for Lionheart, and for Patricia. The character G from the country of the hands. Okay, so as. Alex says he finds reading kanji much easier than reading English words, partly because you can recognize the meaning of a character, figure, letter, sign, hieroglyph before reading it. So Alex says he finds reading kanji much easier than reading English words, partly because you can recognize the meaning of a character, figure, letter, sign, hieroglyph before reading it. Okay, good. So we've got a difference of opinion here. Hieroglyph for Hussein, Oksana goes for character, Alex goes for character, Valerie for hieroglyph, Renyard for character, Jack for character, Lucy for character, Valentine for hieroglyph, Nad for character, Adam for character, Vitali for character, and Lionheart for character. Bogdan goes for hieroglyph. Okay, so let's see. It's not a figure. A figure is a number. A letter A, B, C, no. A sign, no. Fujimori-san, Mount Fuji. Character for Vitali. Okay, a hieroglyph is ancient Egyptian. Hieroglyphs are the ancient Egyptian language, whereas in Japanese and English, in Japanese and Chinese, these are characters. Of a character, it's a character. It's not a hieroglyph. A hieroglyph is ancient Egyptian. Thank you, Dilip Singh. That's very kind of you. Character for Patricia and character for Vitali as well. Okay, let's do one more and then we're going to stop. So, does this fit? No, it doesn't. It's just too big. So the last one was a character. That is to say, you can see that a character is a mountain or a fish, or maybe it has a little fish in it, to show that it is fish related. By contrast, in English you need to grip, grab, grasp, clinch the whole word and its sound, then figure out its meaning. So you need to understand. You need to grip, grab, grasp, clinch the whole word and its sound, and then figure out the meaning. Counterintuitively enough, the Japanese language has nothing to do with Chinese. They're not even distant relatives, but you still use common script, the kanji. Okay, so ideogram. Definitely an ideogram would work for character, Bogdan. In Russian, hieroglyphs uses for Chinese and Japanese as well. In English, hieroglyphs only for ancient Egyptian. So, grasp for Vitali, grasp for Oksana, grasp for Jack, Valerie, Bogdan, Lucy, Alex and Valentine. Grasp for Nad, Hussein and Ronan. Yes, hieroglyph is Egyptian, exactly, Patricia. Grasp for Renyard, Lionheart, Adam, and it's been a pleasure having you, Vitali. And grasp for Patricia. So, grasp is the only one of these that means understand. You grasp the idea. Grip or grab is physically to hold. A clinch, I guess you could have a clinch is a hug, or to clinch a deal. But no, you grasp a concept. So, don't do anything Vitali wouldn't. Ideogram is perfect. Ideogram would work, definitely, Patricia. So, next class is on Thursday. I would call it linear B. It's a good question. I would say they're probably hieroglyphs. Symbols. Okay, so let's see. What do I do here? Yeah, let's put this here. Okay, thank you everybody. It's been great. Next class is on Thursday, which is the 21st of September at 3:45 p.m. UK time. Thank you all for coming. Oh, it's okay, Polly. Cuneiform. Thank you, Vitali. Cuneiform. Thank you, Vitali. Okay. So, thank you all for coming. It's nice to see you anyway to say hi, Polly. So, same time, same place. Thank you all for coming. So, thank you, Ronan. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Valentine. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Yuri. Thank you, Nad. Thank you, Oksana. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Polly. Thank you, Vitali. Thank you, Seti. Thank you, Manisko. Thank you, Bogdan. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Renyard. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Lionheart. Thank you, Hussein. Thank you, Nariman. Thank you, Valentine and Alex and Lucy. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Bogdan and Hussein. And thank you, Yuri. And thank you, Dilip. And thank you to Jack. And thank you to Adam and Valentine and to anybody else that I might have missed. Yes, thank you to Valerie SH as well. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to Ryan. It's been